In this video, I want to share how to make roasted red bell peppers at home. First thing that you want to know when you're choosing your peppers, look for ones that are heavy in weight for their size, because that's going to give you nice thick walls to work with. And also, if you can, just look for ones that have like flatter sides, because when you're roasting it, that's going to work a lot better for you. So what I do is just cut off the top and pull out the middle, shake the seeds out. And then what I try to do is get the flattest sides that I can cut. Just like that. So now I ended up with nice flat sides that I'm going to put onto my broiling pan that I just lined with some foil, because these broil at a very high temperature, and it'll just make your cleanup so much easier. So again, pretty nice flat sides if you could find, and just go, you could cut this out first if you want to make that easier. Pull out the middle of the pulp, and then make your flat cuts. Now, if you end up like this, like a little boat, that's not going to lay nice and flat. You could just cut it a little bit to make it a little bit flatter, so that it lays better on the pan, and you get nicer. The surface that will be broiled will be much better. So we have the nice flat pieces. This one too. Cut it down. There we go. As flat as you can get it. Now, so I laid them on here, and now we're going to put them under the broiler. And what I'm going to do is broil them until the skins are all blackened. All right? And while they're broiling, I get a bowl ready that has some plastic wrap that I could put over it. Because as soon as they're blackened and you pull them out of the broiling pan out of your oven, you're going to put them in the bowl and cover them right away with plastic wrap. All right, so here they are in the oven, and I have them on the highest shelf that I could put them so that they broil nicely. And what I'd like to say is, if you like my videos, please subscribe. And one other note, I know I said these are roasted red bell peppers. I love to mix in some of the orange bell peppers along with the red bells. They taste delicious as well, and even if you want, you can mix in some of the yellow ones. So here they're just going to start broiling, and I am going to keep an eye on them. They're going to smoke, and maybe open some windows, put your fan on in your kitchen, your vent, and I'm just going to keep an eye on them until they're really nice and blackened. Okay, so here's my pan of the blackened roasted red bell peppers and some orange ones I have in there. This is what they should look like. Now, right away, the important thing is to put them in a bowl and be ready to seal that bowl, because you want to keep all the heat and steam in, because that's what's going to transform these so that you could easily just remove the skins. So into here quickly, and I'm going to put plastic wrap on it. Again, you could use aluminum foil. You could use it if you have a bowl with a tight fit. You can use whatever you choose to hold that steam and that heat into these peppers. Another note is, while I'm watching these broiled for about 5 minutes in my oven. Everybody's oven is going to be different, especially on the broil feature. When I was checking these and watching for them to be blackened, if some of them get done sooner than others, I rotate the pan and everything, but if some of them get done sooner than others, then I will take them, put them into the bowl, put the saran wrap on, let them sit, let them wait, and then when the other ones are ready, pull it and pull the top off, add them to it, and now we're going to let these set for about 10 minutes, because if we hurry it and we try to work with these in 5 minutes, they're going to be super hot. So we're going to give 10 minutes about, and there's no actual set time. Within 5 minutes, they'll be ready to pull the skins off, but again, they'll be super hot. So we're going to let them work their magic, and then I'll show you removing the skins, cutting them into slices, and then I whip up a nice little vinaigrette to put them in. All right, so about 10 minutes has passed, and I'm now going to take the lid off carefully in case there is steam in there so you don't burn yourself. All right, now they're all ready. They are ready to just easily peel the skin off, and that's what we're going to do. peel it off. I'm going to put them in a bowl, and then once I get them all peeled, I'm going to cut them into strips and make up a vinaigrette for them. All right, and now I want to cut these into about 3/4 inch wide strips. I am not going to be using these in a recipe, and that's why I do about a 3/4 inch thick strip, because I'm going to be serving these more or less on their own. I like to add these to a charcuterie board, or if I want to make up a Mediterranean platter, they go great with like some feta cheese. Just put these in, and I'm going to show you the olive oil vinaigrette. You serve these with some feta cheese and some hummus and the typical Mediterranean accompaniments. So that's why I don't do super thin strips, because of that reason. If I want to cook with them later in a recipe, I could always cut them smaller. Okay, for the vinaigrette for these peppers, what I do is just slice. This is only a small amount of peppers. You don't have to measure. So, but I'm eyeballing this. This is a small amount of peppers. I'm just going to use 1 large clove of garlic. But what I do is I just slice it very, very thinly. And that way, once these marinate in it, before I go to serve it, I could remove that garlic clove, and it'll just flavor up the olive oil. And the sooner the quicker you work with this, and the warmer these peppers still are, when you get to this point, the more it'll help to develop the flavor of the garlic with the olive oil. So I'm going to do, let's just say a 3-to-1 ratio. And in reality, I actually like more acidity. So I'm going to do a couple extra splashes after the 3 tablespoons of olive oil to, it would be typically 1 tablespoon of sherry vinegar. Very important. Sherry vinegar makes a big difference. So you could do a 3-to-1 ratio or cut it in half. You could even do like 3 and 1.5 tablespoons of the vinegar added to it. But the thing about the sherry vinegar is it really makes it taste extra delicious. In Spain, they use a lot of sherry vinegar and a lot of bell peppers, and it just goes together beautifully. So mix it up really, really good, and toss in the slices of garlic that we're going to remove later on, and just before serving. Oh, this smells delicious right now. A couple shakes of salt is good. Oh, that's it. It's winter time, so I don't have any fresh basil or anything else to add to this. So this is the way it's going to be, and this will be delicious. I'll cover it up again and let it marinate a couple hours before I serve it, if possible. Hope you enjoy it. And I promise you, it will taste so much better than the ones that you get in the jars in the stores.